Not to say all that, but appreciate it.
He definitely did a lot.
I'm gonna say what the
Dang,
fuck.
when do episode
We
2
tested
come
it
out?
yesterday, my nigga.
Oh, that's what it felt like. Like, damn.
Uh-oh.
I emphasize it.
Is it 3?
Appreciate your food though. Wasn't even much of it.
Oh, I respect.
Or-
Maybe on the side.
I don't.
Oh, did you need me to get up? Why? You could have just said, get up, Jalen. I wouldn't have been mad.
Yo,
I want to see what he do.
that was a little insane, man.
I want to see if I can do it.
Bro, you ain't had to lift 2 grown men like that.
Now you made it weird.
Oh, I mean, it was weird to begin with.
True.
I should have been made it weird. Doug Flutie, Kyler Murray, Bryce Young. What a trio.
Damn, only one of them niggas was good.
Only one of them niggas is actually 5'10", too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what.
Kyler Murray's 5'11" though. Don't let anybody tell you that.
Ski.
See.
Yo. If you see me and you
See, nigga like me, I would just lift both of them up.
What did he say?
That's the gayest shit you ever said to me.
What did he say?
He said if it was me, I would have picked both of them up. Actually, he said lift both of them up.
Who's he talking about?
He did.
I'm talking about off the couch.
He was talking about men.
Ski.
You talking about us?
That's crazy.
Hold on.
That's
You
crazy.
talking about you gonna lift me up?
Saying. Looking for
Lift me up
the where they at? Where they at?
All the sexy.
No, I was asking myself
That
questions.
sound hard for
What
real.
was your question?
Wait.
I was gonna ask what the next step was.
Oh.
Let's go to the left, JJ. Can't lean forward as much, too. All right, that's good. Lean forward a little bit. You can't lean
You
forward.
kinda scared.
Hey, get that shit away from me, nigga.
That's first you could go.
Chills.
Cooties.
Kids don't even play that no more.
Nah, they touch too much.
They be coming up to me, touching me, Mr. Taylor. I be like, chills. They be like, what is that?
What is
Like,
that?
Yo.
You
Yeah.
losing recipes, man.
They think you a weird ass nigga now.
I am.
Either that or they think he's old.
Shit, man.
Hey.
To my,
I be telling them I'm 35.
they'll believe it.
They don't.
They gonna believe. Oh, they don't. Oh,
You're not serious. Don't worry.
right.
Look at this nigga. Think you 35?
Are y'all ready?
Yes,
I'm ready.
sir.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, yeah.
Kid was like, I'm trying to go yet.
I gotta get up in the morning.
Ooh.
About time.
Ooh.
Earlier than usual.
About time you stood on business. I get an extra hour to sleep today.
Sound good, huh?
Yeah, the clock going back.
Y'all celebrate Veterans Day?
Yeah, professional development.
Y'all didn't hear what he said?
What is
I heard what he
the
said,
first
but
topic?
Y'all didn't hear what he said?
Are we doing? I don't care.
Nah,
Ryan, what's the
miss
first topic?
Wait. Are we doing a quiz?
No, y'all got it.
I don't think we're doing a quiz.
We could do a quiz. If
You
y'all
have
ready.
one ready.
What's the first topic?
We could do a topic.
So I
We'll
can
get to the
transition
question.
We're talking
Introduce.
about the effective Harden trade as well as overreactions for the season.
Overreactions for this season. Okay. We already talked about the James Harden.
Brian said we talk about Harden
Well, I was saying
trade.
we should talk about the Sixers since they're 6-1 and then the trade just. happened.
Overreactions
Y'all don't want
then?
to talk about the Sixers, we don't.
Main thing
I feel like talking
overreactions.
about the Sixers is over.
All right, how about we talk about essentially things been going on around the league. NCAA tournament results so far.
We talk about this in the tournament.
We don't really have to though. There's nothing going on. There's really nothing going on.
It's about how I don't like it.
Has
We
any?
could talk about the concept as a whole.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
We already did that though. We already did that.
about. We did that?
Yeah, kind of.
We did.
But actually seeing it.
I thought we just made predictions for it. We didn't actually do it.
Same thing.
It is? You think
Same
so?
thing.
Well, I mean, I feel like you can give opinions on how you feel.
How about first we just do news around the league, what's going on, the things y'all noticed so far in the league, or things y'all most been most impressed by. Then we can just tap into overreactions.
Okay.
I think that makes
We can
sense.
do,
Dame not playing well with the Bucks so far? That's what I'm
I mean, save that for the podcast. That's your overreaction.
I have overreaction already.
So I don't know nothing over there.
We talk about the Clippers and
I have an overreaction.
working.
What's your reaction?
It's not working.
You'll see.
Oh, save it.
Has something to do with the team.
Are
that
we
has been
recording?
good. Yeah, we've been recording for like the
All right.
last 4 minutes.
All right, everybody ready?
Yep.
All personalities clear? All right. Welcome back to another edition of the What's the Play podcast. I'm Christian here with SportsFan, JB, Brian, and Caleb behind the camera. You'll probably see him on the producer cam that he introduced on the last episode. But we're back with another edition of our basketball-inspired podcast, all right? Before we get into the content, though, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to send to a friend, put on your Instagram stories, put on your Twitter, or your X, and get the word out. What?
I forgot
He
it's
thought you
called
meant
X.
X in
You
a
lost me
different
for a
way.
second.
No.
I forgot it's called X.
Yeah, that's what the app is called. But yes, be sure to do all of that. And how are you guys doing this week? Week is almost over. How's everybody's week been?
Not too bad.
Chilling.
That's it.
Sensational.
Yeah, that's it.
Great
Yeah,
week.
I had more to say. I'm doing well, man. Had a good week. Just got back in town last night. Found out that my ceiling leaking. So that's not good.
Definitely not good.
Not good. Yeah, had Jorge come by. His name's actually Jorge. Came by and he checked it out for me. So see how that goes in the morning.
Right.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
Yeah,
great week.
week's almost over. That's all I can.
Thank God. Been a long
I say
week.
time to go get some rest after tomorrow.
Yeah, but by the time this episode comes out, there should be some more solo project videos out. I don't remember what we called it last time.
Oh, you know what you call it.
Nah, I meant the refined version.
Oh, solo content.
Yeah, but
One-on-one.
but
Gotcha.
Additional content.
Brian's
Producer cam.
deductions. Brian dropped a video Tuesday, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Brian's deductions episode 3 is out. Episode 2 is also out. We haven't spoken to you since episode 2 and 3 both dropped. Be sure to check those out. There will be a Mingles Cast episode 2 dropping on Friday, I believe. Hold me to it. And I don't know if anybody else has anything, but we're all working on stuff behind the scenes. Trust us, and we'll have stuff for you. But just to jump into the NBA talk, the Clippers have made the deal for James Harden. We discussed that on the last episode. Since James Harden has debuted, the Clippers have gone 0-2 in the 2 games that he has played. And the fit has looked a bit questionable at times, but that's to be expected, making a big-time move in the middle of, the beginning of the season, before the season even really gets going. But a lot of the players nobody's really playing well. None of them. None of the 4 are playing well. Paul George was looking like he was having an all-NBA season before James Harden got there, and now he's shooting inefficiently again. Kawhi Leonard is just reserved to being a stretch 4, it seems like. Russ is being Russ, but James Harden is, I don't know, the impact isn't being made positively yet so far, but it is early. Don't want to harp on it too much, but what do you guys think? The Clippers, how do you forecast this going?
Just looking at it and just some of the plays I seen. Wow, some of the plays I seen last night. How that make you feel? I'm just curious. You see what happened? You didn't see it, did you? You see a replay.
I was watching, but I couldn't see what it
know
was.
what is happening.
You see a
football.
replay. It's like
It's the Bears defense. Did they just do some?
you'll see in a second.
Okay, all right.
Needed that.
Yeah, you need to.
Oh, interception. Oh, I'm not tripping, bro. It's cool.
He talking like he don't know what he watching.
I'm like, did he catch that?
Yeah, you needed him to catch that.
He said, was that a fumble?
He had 9 points. Let's get back to the podcast.
Yeah, it's a combination of James Harden kind of being in the wrong spot sometimes. I was looking at a play that who did they just play yesterday?
Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Brooklyn. I think
It's
Brooklyn
coming to me?
Brooklyn kept a possession alive by getting 4 or 3 offensive boards. Zubac, Westbrook, Paul George. Everybody was just not getting a board. It looked a little crazy. Harden was getting lost on defense. West was getting lost on defense. Harden just threw the ball to the commentator. Commentator caught that joint smoothly. So a good pass.
Commentator said, "Oh, it's coming to me."
And he caught that joint perfectly. So I think the pass was on target, if you ask me.
No, it bounced past the first 2 analysts. It bounced to him. It wasn't a good
That's how
pass.
he drew it up. I don't want to have any rash opinions yet. I'm gonna let them figure it out, because they're all talented players. I'm sure they'll figure it out, maybe. But in my opinion, that shit look like ass. And I'm praying for their sake they figure it out, because a lot of legacy's about to die with this team. It might be 3 different dudes that have no legacy after this season.
I'd say 2.
Kawhi cemented.
Kawhi's the only one to
Yeah.
cement it.
Russ is cemented,
Russ got to be cemented.
just based off his.
Yeah, I almost
history
forgot the
books
last 2
there.
years of basketball for us.
Nobody counts those.
Remember the first 10 though. You know what I'm saying?
You can say the same
Do
thing.
you
for
remember the first
Redacted.
thing?
I remember the first 10. Yeah. How can I forget it?
I mean, you got Redacted. You got Gary Payton. You got Dominique Wilkins.
What?
A few people.
What are we talking about?
He's
Yeah,
saying
he's talking about
players
players
that
that
don't
have
have
no
the most
Oh.
peaceful endings to their careers.
What's the other
I would say.
redacted? What are you talking
Do I
about?
have
There's only one redacted.
One redacted.
32.
Shaquille?
No, man.
No.
Yeah, you're done.
Wrong number.
04 Lakers.
He
You
don't have
have
a ring.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the
This
point.
But his
He said
legacy
dominating.
though.
I
is
thought you
always
said.
cemented.
I thought you said people with one ring.
No, people
That's-
don't have a
there's-
ring.
Gary Payton has a ring.
Does that triple double?
Oh, yeah, GP doesn't have a ring.
But I'm saying, what's it called? Like, Westbrook doesn't have a ring, but his legacy is cemented. Same for redacted.
Got you.
Yeah, I
Oh,
feel
if,
like
if Russell's legs is cemented, then everybody else is cemented.
Yeah, that's a crazy
Harden
choice,
cemented
man.
too is at that point.
Nah, I feel like Harden.
No.
Because of
it's
what?
a, it's
I'm
a
listening.
little,
Go ahead.
it's a
Explain.
little different. It's a
Explain.
little
I'm listening. Go ahead.
It's a little different
Explain.
with
Go ahead.
Westbrook and Harden
Mhm.
because in the prime of their careers,
Mhm.
the MVP seasons that they had,
Mhm.
Russ was not really expected to make it past the first, second round of the playoffs. He won the MVP, averaging a
Mhm.
triple double on that Thunder team as a 6th seed. Did it a couple more times, and the team was never that good. But Harden,
The
he
team was never that good
a-
with Paul George on it.
No. The year before Paul George got there, the year before,
That's when he won MVP.
Can I be honest with you?
yes,
Can I say something?
James Harden was the number one option on the Rockets for his whole career.
After can you name 2 players off our bench that was good during that time with Westbrook,
Paul
Butler,
George?
and PG? Well, at least Westbrook and PG.
Two good players off your
us to
bench.
name it, or you saying you can?
I can name players off the
Two
bench.
good players off the
I don't know
bench.
about good though.
I mean, what's good?
That's my point.
I mean, I can name players on the bench though.
At least Houston has
Well,
Had a
name
good
the
roster.
players and let's see if they're good
Houston,
or not.
Houston had a good roster
it was formulated perfect for James Harden. It was.
with PJ Tucker at the 5.
That was 1 year though.
Clint.
Clint,
at the 5.
Clint at the 5,
They had a perfect
and now
players
it's supposed to
around
beat
him.
the Warriors.
Can you name
They
2 players
came
off our
close.
bench
They
in
almost
the first
did it.
place?
Can we be serious? That team had Kevin Durant.
Bro, they
And
almost
they
beat
still
him.
went to 7.
They was
had
up
to miss
3-2.
27 threes.
They were up 3-2 and lost. I don't know.
That's the other thing. Chris Paul got hurt.
They almost
So
beat him.
whose side are you on here?
The right side of history. Could that be one side?
Chris
Point
Paul
is-
got hurt, and y'all talking about they supposed to beat the Warriors? All right, man. I mean,
They were
if
up
that's how we
3-2.
remember James Harden, then it don't matter. They got
I mean, we don't look at James Harden.
I mean, but you also consider the past few years of James Harden, 4 teams in 22 months. The whole requesting a trade every time something doesn't go right on a particular team, that is also being contributed to his legacy. That same thing is not the same thing with Russ, because Russ has been unwanted in most places recently because of
I wonder
either
why.
the fit or because his
And-
performances just haven't been up to par.
Also, like Harden has been an all-star caliber player, but at the same time, his team couldn't find success, even though he was a second or third option on that team at that. With the first option being damn near Hall of Famer.
I feel like Harden's teams have been much better, in comparison to Russ. The Nets team, that was probably injuries why they didn't get it done, but that Nets team, Harden was one of the ones who was injured, didn't show up in the playoffs. The Sixers team had the MVP with him. He was putting up 20 and 10 in the regular season, shows up in the playoffs for a couple games, other games puts up 9-point stinkers.
this shit crazy.
It's like eventually like
This
the
shit's so crazy.
the
to me.
playoff legacy for Harden has to be considered,
It's like
So
that
that's
season
why
that these two players shared together, and one was clearly better than the other. That just get wiped from y'all memory.
No.
that's not that.
We're grading Harden and Westbrook on 2 different scales, I feel like.
What scale is that?
I feel like Harden's scale is much higher than Westbrook because of what he should have accomplished.
But okay, I'm gonna say this though.
Harden has been the better. No,
let me say this. Can I say this?
Harden has been no. I think we're talking about 2 different things. Harden has been a better player than Westbrook for the last 10 years. Yes.
That's why his legacy cemented.
It's cement, but there's the legacy is okay. Sure, his legacy is cemented, but for him to not have a ring and be on the type of teams he's been on, that's why this feels like this Clippers year is like really his last chance to really get a
I
ring.
mean, the type of
So,
teams has been on.
Okay,
Westbrook
can I
has
say
been
this?
on
Can I
good
say this?
teams also.
Can I say this? Can I
But
say
not
this?
teams to the caliber of.
Can I say
Harden.
this?
He played with Kevin Durant and blew a 3-1 lead to the Warriors.
Can I
He
say
was
this?
young.
Can I say this?
He was young. He was
That was
Can I say this?
2016.
Can I say this?
I'm talking about recent stuff.
Yo,
with James Harden.
yo,
next season.
yo.
Go ahead.
So, the thing with Harden, his expectation is so much higher. One, because he's a better player. Yes, that's one of the main reasons. But 2, TT said, Harden has been on better teams, and he's a common denominator on each team not be able to go past the hump with expectations.
That is not true.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Why isn't it?
Harden has not been the issue with most of his teams not being able.
No, he's saying that's not what I said. I say he's not true. He's not the best player. He has not been on the best teams compared to Westbrook.
He has
Yes,
been
he
a better.
has. The last couple years, yes, he has.
Ever since 2017, 2018. Well, I lied. 2019. It's been 4 or 5 years. Everything he's been on has been projected to at least hit the conference finals.
But I mean, can we be real?
Hasn't touched it yet.
Russell Westbrook has been a role
He hasn't
player
touched the
for
conference
last.
finals.
Not since 2019.
What
Not
team
since,
is it-
not
what
since
team is he
2018.
supposed-
2018.
The
What team?
Nets,
What team did he have a realistic chance of hitting the conference finals with? That he wasn't hurt.
All
Nets.
of them.
the Nets, right before Kyrie got hurt.
Who was hurt on the Sixers this past year? Joel Embiid.
Embiid.
Joel Embiid came back
You
and
just
they was
asked a
up in the
dumbass
series.
question.
They was up in the series when Joel came back.
You expected him to win that series?
I mean, I'm a Celtics fan. I was hoping they didn't.
Did you
But
see what Joel Embiid did?
did you see what James Harden
Did you
did?
see what Joel Embiid did?
Oh my goodness.
Who had a worse series, Joel Embiid or James Harden? Who actually gave that team wins?
They was
James
both-
Harden or Joel Embiid?
Joel.
James Harden.
Joel
gave
Embiid did
them-
what? In
They
what
did
games? Tell
one
me
win.
what games that he got wins.
You talking
for
about
Celtics.
playoffs?
Yes.
Harden had with the first 2 games. It was that that series?
But
Yeah, he's talking about the Celtics
245s.
series.
Yeah,
Yes.
245s in that series.
Y'all blaming
bro.
James Harden for that series?
That's true.
What?
So he
Come
gets
on,
he
man.
gets no blame for that series.
I didn't say that.
If
You-
James Harden
You
plays
said
like
James Harden was the main reason why they failed. That's what he
no
said.
over the years he has been
Yes.
the main
What
reason.
seasons?
He's one reason.
You go
He
to
got
the
his
Nets
break
run
on.
when that hamstring went out.
We're
And it's
blaming
been
him
the
for
same
injuries
thing
now?
the year before that. The year before this past season. The year before this past season when I first started the not top 20 thing. He was very bad in the playoffs that year.
Then what do you think Westbrook has done
But
in the playoffs?
it's hard to compare it because Joel Embiid has always been bad in the playoffs.
Expectations matter. Expectations
The
matter.
expectations for Harden are much higher than expectations for Westbrook, I
Westbrook.
feel like.
Because of what?
Because Harden is a better player. Don't you have higher expectations?
It's cemented because he's been a better
Cemented
player.
in terms of what though? What is the bar we're
Okay,
holding?
when I say
I'm
cemented,
telling you that
okay.
the bar I'm thinking for Harden is much higher than the bar
Okay.
I'm thinking for Westbrook.
When I say cemented, I mean we know what the legacy is and what it is. Period. Harden still has potential legacy to be better, but if the season
Yes.
don't turn out to be, that
I
mean
feel like if Harden gets
Okay,
a ring,
that makes sense.
his legacy jumps.
high.
Westbrook being the fourth option on this team, yes, a ring would be nice, but he's still who we view him as. He would just be a role player on a championship team. If Harden wins this ring, it is viewed as he finally has that ring. People are definitely taking him over Iverson.
in other
now.
words,
Wait,
He definitely has a consideration
Why-
for
why-
Dwayne
why-
Wade.
why-
We open up
Harden
another.
over
we
Iverson?
open
Hold
up
on,
a can of
hold on,
worms
hold
now.
on.
Hold on.
Hold on. You're
talking
not
about
taking
some-
Harden over Iverson?
It's been no, I would,
Oh, okay.
but
Okay.
people
But
have
hold on
debated
now.
it. And then he has a very realistic take against Dwayne Wade when people talk about the top shooting guards of all time. He really has no chance in that debate right now, even though he's been one of the best offensive players of all time.
Wait, so Christian,
Yes.
you think him winning a ring this year
But put
gets
him
some
over
arguments against Dwayne Wade?
Dwayne
I
Wade?
feel like if he is the person to help the Clippers actually get a championship, that
it
you guys said
does.
on the last episode, it's like he was
Context
the one who
matters.
got them the ring. This Clippers team has been doing this for the last 4 years,
But-
like we say every episode.
But also it's like once again we know what Westbrook legacy is. If he wins a ring this year, it doesn't add much to his legacy.
So maybe cementing the legacy wasn't the right word.
No,
They're
it
both
is the
Hall of
right
Fame-
word.
Let me
They're
ask.
both Hall of Fame
Improve it.
players.
Is it
They
because
are.
James
But it's the right
Harden
word.
has a chance to
Elevate-
take his
elevate.
elevate his
That's my point.
legacy to a different point.
Westbrook doesn't.
it's because Westbrook can't get no
Kawhi
lower?
doesn't either. I think Kawhi.
No, I
is-
don't think Westbrook isn't getting lower, but I think Westbrook is in a tier of players that he's not really jumping ahead of.
Yeah.
You know? James Harden is in a higher tier in regard in comparison to Russell Westbrook.
No,
By position, you're saying.
But he
No, I think in general.
actually he
Okay.
might be maybe a tier ahead of Westbrook when you really think about it.
in terms of like all-time players, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
right now, yeah. But I'm saying if
Yeah.
If
Harden
he get
is-
that ring, he may jump.
But if Harden wins this ring, his legacy's gonna jump at least another tier.
Why?
Westbrook gonna stay around the same tier because he's based on the role they
I
have.
think
Because a lot of things
Harden
that
beats
because a lot of the
Max.
stuff that has held Harden back is people believing that he's not a winner, stuff like that. If he's
not.
able to get that monkey off his back, and people can view him as a winner now, and somebody who actually got that finals, not even finals appearance, the finals championship, it'll be a bit different in comparison to what he's been viewed as, especially the last few years.
I would have believed what y'all saying if he was still on the Sixers and this happened. Going to the Clippers where he has already Westbrook and Kawhi and PG and
Yeah, I don't see how that
But I
boosts
think it's
his
different.
legacy.
Yeah, it
I
don't-
think
it
it's
don't make it
different
different.
simply because the Clippers. It's simply a team that has not been able to make it over the hump. If he's that person who can push them over that hump,
But
it's different.
they,
I feel like if this was a
they
random big
struggled
three,
to push over the hump, not
For
because of
example.
play though, because
Guys,
of
it's-
injuries.
For
okay,
example.
but if he's
That
one of the,
doesn't help James
but
Harden.
at
That's
the
same
same
situation
time,
he's
if
been
he,
before.
but if he's there somebody's hurt and he's there and they're still able to get over the hump, then that looks even better for him.
Another example is
that's a
this,
big
right?
if at that point.
And no, they have lost in year.
Well, most of
Bubble.
the year it's because of injuries.
Yeah, the bubble year
However,
they lost,
then
they
the-
was fully healthy.
Bubble, yeah. I mean,
But-
some of us hurt.
An example is this, right? Say last year, right? Say Westbrook got traded to Clippers, right?
No, Paul George wasn't fully healthy that year.
Right.
You know, but
I
the,
forgot to
but,
forget.
but say PG's fully healthy,
Mm.
right? Westbrook get traded to Clippers. Say they make the finals.
NBA Finals.
Yes.
Okay.
Say that if that happens, they say, oh, Westbrook's probably one of the main pieces of why they made it.
Mm-hmm.
This,
Like a
I feel like the
difference maker,
same that would have boost Westbrook legacy up, pretty much. I would say a lot, but
It
boost
wouldn't.
up.
It's the same thing
it
with
would
Harden.
boost him
The
up.
person who will boost the most out of that is Paul George. Actually.
Yes.
He would the most. We know that, but I'm saying at the same
Mm.
time, Westbrook,
He needs
his
that.
role or what
Hold
he
on, he needs
did
that
would have boosted him up a little bit.
Somebody ask you a question.
I'm saying the same thing
sorry.
with Harden now, because now Harden on the team, Westbrook kind of like, all right, okay, we know what his legacy is. Now he's the fourth, fifth option on his Clippers team, and they made the finals. Yeah, he did his part, but it's like
Shit.
he wasn't the main
Fourth, fifth option.
piece.
Yeah, Westbrook don't believe that shit.
That's my point. That's my point.
So I think a fair comparison in my mind is Carmelo Anthony, right? Carmelo Anthony's one of the best offensive players.
No,
that we've seen.
see,
Let me get through it first. He asked out of Denver.
Okay.
He asked out of New York. Similar to Harden, asked out of two places. If OKC won the championship that year, where Melo was on the team, does that boost his legacy in the way y'all talking about how Harden?
I feel like this is slightly different
It's
because I feel like
different.
Melo was closer on those OKC teams.
Mhm.
Melo was closer to the fourth best player than he was to the second best player on those teams.
And
Harden is much closer to the
his-
second best player than he is to
his
the fourth
role
best
is-
player.
No.
Yes.
his role is more.
Well, he
essential.
should be.
His role is more essential than Melo's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're comparing a point guard to somebody who at
'Cause
that
he was
point in their
behind
career was
Russell
a.
and PG in OKC, so.
Like a
I don't wanna
Tobias Harris type role at that time.
Yeah, I didn't want to say stretch
But
forward,
I'm
but
saying, I think we see it. I still see Harden as a role player on this team. I think that's where
No.
we have a difference in how we view
he's
it.
not.
is that
He's
how
more
they're
than that. He's
they're
more
gonna
than
use
that.
him? No, that's not how they've been using him.
He's more than that.
What is
You
he?
think
more
that's
than
how they
role
should
Well,
use
when
him?
you say he's
I
more
think
than
that
that,
ha-
what do you mean, Caleb?
Like he's gonna have the responsibility something like to probably take over or be
to take over
Yes,
when someone's out?
even if no one's out.
Some nights, those are a lot of nights for the
Bro,
Clippers, man.
Bro.
It's some nights. It's some
That's-
nights Harden may
Think
have
about it. Games without Kawhi or PG, that may be 30 games in the season.
Like I said, when
At
someone's
least.
out, he's telling me that when no one's out, he may have to take over during the game.
I mean, he may not have to. Actually, he may have to. Where they have nights
Y'all
where
fucked up,
Kawhi
man.
is
Y'all
shooting
weren't gonna
6
win
for
shit.
20, 6 for
about it.
21.
Oh,
PG
they
shooting.
don't win shit anyway, dog. They might as well have James Harden out there.
That shit crazy. If Kawhi missing like bad, and then Paul George missing bad, you already had Westbrook who was supposed to do what James
But-
Harden's supposed to do now.
But the difference is this though, right? Harden's still capable of have those big nights. We saw it in the playoffs.
Yes, we also saw in the playoffs.
At that
he had 4-point
time,
games.
when you compare it to Melo, right? At that
Okay.
time, he was a. At that time,
Uh-huh.
Melo wasn't capable of have those big games, big moments.
I'm gonna use that.
Really?
He had moments he dropped 29, maybe 30,
Okay. Well, you watched it more than me, so.
but he didn't have the capability to drop 40, 45, 50
Melo?
that year. Yes.
No,
He just-
Melo didn't have a chance to do that.
He
What
just
we see?
after
But
oh,
Harden does.
Melo was
Harden does now.
Harden is more effective right now than
Harden
Melo
has a
was.
chance to do that.
Okay.
He also has a chance to shoot 4 for 15.
That's
he
what I'm
does.
saying. More likely than anything else.
But the problem is, everybody on that roster has that same type of tendency.
Except for
So-
Kawhi. I think Kawhi don't have that tendency for
Damn, you ain't see the highlights, huh? You
Isn't
ain't
that
see the
bad?
stats? Damn.
I don't draw
You might want to check
highlights.
it last weekend.
No, Kawhi has been. I said Kawhi's been pretty bad the last couple of
It's
games.
been look pretty nasty.
But the thing with the Clippers is, it seems like they're trying to feature Harden a little bit too much, too early. Kawhi, like I said, Kawhi has been really comfortable just coasting, it seems like. And PG is not shooting efficiently since Harden got there. So, I mean, but he's getting the shots up at least. Like, Kawhi is just out there going through the motions for the most part. Russ, I think Russ is James Harden's first game. I think Russ had a pretty good game on Monday. But, you know, you can't bank on consistency from Westbrook day to day, I could say.
I think they adjust though. I think he does eventually.
I think it's a situation where you got.
I didn't like the trade to begin with. So,
I think it had to be a situation where at some point in the season they all four of them sit down. You hear? it? Okay. It's just a situation where like all four of them gonna have to sit down with Ty Lue and be like, okay, this is kind of like how Ty Lue did with the Cavs, where it was like, all right, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. So, and I think it's a situation where at some point they're gonna have to ask Russ to come off the bench in order to utilize their offense the best way they can. Because I think part of the problem right now is you have Russ and Harden both on the court together, and because Russ isn't a great threat as a shooter, you have people who are packing the paint, so to speak, and then you have a situation where Kawhi and Paul George can't get downhill as easily as they do. Same thing with Harden. So I think that's part of it. I think another thing is, I don't want to say psychologically, but I think it may be a situation where they're all trying not to step on toes right now, especially James Harden. And I think that's part of the I think you can see it with the Brooklyn play that JG brought up earlier, because usually most people, when they catch a ball on a fast break in the corner, they would pull that shot. But
he pump faked multiple open shots. I don't know why he's doing that.
So I think it's partially a situation where he doesn't want to upset the apple. Where if you talk to James, he'd probably say something like he wouldn't want to upset the apple cart. But if you have Kawhi coasting and you have PG not playing as effectively, then obviously a conversation needs to be had. But I think the biggest thing is probably just moving Russ to the bench so that you can space out the floor a little bit more. And then I think that would allow James.
Hold on. Kawhi has not been coasting. He's getting these shots up. Goodness gracious.
2 minutes.
But I think that'll help James offensively. And I think from a defensive perspective, you can put a bigger player out there like, say a PJ most likely. He could probably help with your rebounding situation. I'm saying bigger than Russ. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that PG has to be. I'm not saying that PJ has to be the guy to start.
You gotta hear me
I'm
out.
just saying you need a bigger player.
Hear me out. Russ is a better rebounder than
The PJ.
Tucker.
Easy.
Okay.
And Mason Plumlee's hurt. I just clicked in my head that happened. So
Yeah,
they
That's
might
why
be cooked.
That rebounding part was
Is
wild.
Zubac the only center on the roster now?
Basically,
PJ Tucker.
unless you count Plumlee, but he's hurt.
Westbrook.
So,
Kawhi Leonard has only
Westbrook.
taken 16 shots in both of the last 2 games.
That's a lot of shots.
That's not a lot of shots,
Each.
especially when you
16
consider
each. He's 32 shots
16
in 2
in
games.
both of the each. And it's not that he's shooting inefficiently. He's shooting 8 for 16 on Monday, 7 for 16 on
I don't know.
Wednesday.
16 is a lot when you're.
He's
one
not
option,
shooting
Juju.
inefficient shots, and these
Who's
are
the one option?
Kawhi.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, that's typically.
Hell no. Westbrook
I'm
shot
sorry,
18
shoot
shots
that.
last game.
He
Well,
did.
I'm not
He
playing.
did.
Westbrook
He
think
did.
he the first option.
You like 3 to 18.
Westbrook has
6 for
17
18,
for
man.
But I
four.
think what CT was saying was
On
like
Monday.
16 for number
Was
one.
it 30%?
At this point, it's not Harden then. That's Westbrook and Paul George building brick houses.
No. See, no.
Can you read Paul George?
Well,
stats?
why did this start once
Huh?
Harden got there?
1 minute.
You think
Oh.
they just started shooting bad on? Russ had a good game on Monday.
Mm.
8 for 13, 17, 4 and 4.
Paul George do.
Paul George has stinker, man. He's had his 2 stinkers.
Is it because Harden is on the court? Is
I
it
don't
too
know.
much aura for him?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of it is that
Mm.
this is really getting deep into the hoop talk, because I feel like
I
we've
ain't
had
gonna
this
lie.
type of conversation before.
Mm.
I feel like whenever you have somebody who has been very good on the ball for such a all right, we'll table it then. DJ Moore got 9 points.
Kawhi Leonard has averaging 16 to 18 shots per game.
Yeah, he's shooting the ball.
18 a game.
16 to 18.
16 not enough when you lose.
It's what he do every game.
Would you want me to
Consistent.
shoot 20?
They don't lose consistently though.
I'm saying that's what he always does. So I don't think him shooting amount of
I'm
shots
like,
was the problem.
You want him to shoot more? Like
16 in a win is fine. When you're losing, you need to take more shots.
So would the 2 more shots change what happened that game? Because they lost one.
I don't know, but I'd like to see him be more aggressive. Are we recording?
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
That's why I'm saying you go back.
you want him to
Oh.
shoot more shots?
I feel like with
That's
Paul
not Kawhi's
George,
game though.
That's the problem.
He let the game
Yeah.
come to him. He's not gonna force shots.
he needs to.
You want him to force more than
Yeah.
16 shots? Not like you shoot
When you
9.
got Paul George shooting 2 for 11, yes, I would like to see Kawhi Leonard force some shots.
So it's not Harden's fault though, because Harden hadn't shot more than 9 shots since he got there.
He's supposed to be creating better looks for everybody else, though.
I don't know if
Watch
you
the
can create.
game.
I don't know if you can create better
I
looks
can-
from Russ.
The shots be
See,
open.
Y'all gotta stop talking about Russ, man. That's just a role player on this team.
Mm.
He has to understand that.
We talking about the
When
Clippers
is he?
fight. We talking
When
about
is
the
he?
Clip. We talking about the Clippers for like 25 minutes.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, ain't wrong.
It's the main
It's a-
topic in basketball.
I mean, we
Yes.
can talk about the 76ers and Maxey took that leap.
Nah, that's boring.
I think she
Yeah, it's a
wants
bit
to.
boring. The Sixers are 6-1. Congratulations to them.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Damn, I mean, y'all some true haters.
Yeah, they
I
should
mean,
beat us.
Wait,
they won. They won 6 games.
I don't want to make this a big discussion. I'm just curious how y'all feel about this. I feel like because everybody here, basketball heads, you have the same answer. The other night with the Lakers and Heat game, it's been a big topic. Whatever. The last shot, LeBron passed out of it. Was 3 people in the paint. To Cam Reddish, who was wide open. Any takes on that? I think he made the best playoff possible.
That's how Bron's played his whole career.
My question for Darvin Ham is, for one, I don't know if you guys saw it, but he actually drew that play up for Cam Reddish.
Mm-hmm.
And my other thing is, were there no other better options to be on the court?
He's hurt. He's hurt.
Torian Prince didn't play that game?
He is hurt.
The Lakers have a lot of injuries. I didn't know what the bench was looking like that game.
I mean, we could put.
He was on the court, wasn't he?
We could Max Christie out there.
No, I'm talking about last game. That game.
Torian Prince was out there.
Against the Heat.
We talking about against the Heat though.
Yeah.
That was 2 games ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You sure he was out there?
Yeah, I think he played.
Even if he was, he may have been on the floor and he may have just drawn the play up for Cam Reddish. I don't know, but I do know
That's the
LeBron.
first shot. That's the first 3 of the game too, wasn't
LeBron made the perfect play.
He did.
He trusted his teammate. You mean
He was out there, shot 1 for 4 for 3. Yeah,
what game? What was that? Game 5, Game 6 of the season. You can't really. I'm sure in the playoffs maybe you could be more upset about it, but Game 5, Game 6, you can't just totally display to your teammates that you don't trust them in that type of scenario and just go up over 3 other people.
I think just make the right play. I think he made the perfect play.
And honestly, the second best play would have been maybe trying to figure out a way to dump it off to Christian Wood, who was sitting in the dunker spot, but that was a bit more difficult pass. But that pass would have been easier than for LeBron to shoot the ball, so that's not what people should be complaining about.
Yeah.
That would have been a very difficult shot for LeBron to take and make. The most open shot on that possession was Cam Reddish. Just unfortunate that was Cam Reddish in that scenario. So,
Dang.
am I wrong?
Nah, it's
I don't even know why he was on the floor, but he was defending. He was defending a little bit.
Damn.
So
Somebody got to play defense.
But right now, we are about the same amount of games in NBA as we are about NFL. About 7 to 8 games right now. Almost every team, maybe 9. You guys have any like overreactions, any things that impress you guys, or if you have to make a prediction based on these first 7 to 9 games, what would it be? About any team, any player. I'll go first. You wanna go?
No, go ahead.
My one is I think that the Pistons will make postseason this year.
As a play safe or playing team?
That I don't know. But honestly, if I'm overreacting, I would say they could be a 7, 6 seed, depending on how K continue to play.
Aim higher.
I don't know about that.
Aim higher.
I don't know about that. I predicted them to be lower than like around 11, 10, maybe 12 seed. But like based on the way the team is playing, Marcus Sasser,
man,
hooping,
man.
Oh my goodness,
what a hooper!
K
26 yesterday.
Jalen Duran, just that whole team in general was just really built really well. Monty Williams doing a good job so far. I want K to cut off the turnovers a little bit. He's been turning over the ball a lot. But if he does that, that team is something
the way
serious.
I think the K turnovers I wouldn't really overreact to, just because the way that team is constructed, the lack of spacing just all around, those passing lanes are very, very constricted, especially when he's driving. So those turnovers are just going to come, especially if he's trying to play make off of any drives. He's been great this year, has multiple 30-point games. Marcus Sasser, been a stud. What was he, second-round pick, late first-round pick?
Took over Jaden and
Killian better worry. Killian better worry.
And Jaden Ivey.
If Marcus Sasser really lock in on the defensive end, Killian's role is pointless. But that team is very impressive. But for me, it's a lot of storylines this season that I've just found myself a bit invested in. Of course, I'm a Celtics fan, so seeing them have a pretty decent start to the season is always good. Anthony Edwards, his ability to close out the games against the top players. He went head to head with Jason Tatum and beat him.
Beat Denver too.
Went into their house, got it done, took over. He's been all NBA level performances, and like you may be seeing this. What is this, year 4 for him? This year 4 jump. And I don't know. Somebody on here had him as dark horse MVP, and I think we laughed a little bit. That was a pretty good. Somebody had him dark horse MVP. I don't know who it was. Who was it?
I think it might have been JG.
I don't think we laughed, but we thought it's still a little bit too early.
It wasn't me.
Nah, I see it. If Minnesota can,
we laughed at
hover,
LeBron.
What can I say? I know ball.
great pick.
Terrible pick.
If Minnesota can hover around that 4 seed, I could see it. I've been moved by the performances. But the main, well, not the main, this second to main. The main is next. The Rockets are starting to figure it out a little bit. I think they're 6th in the West right now, 3-3. They're competing. Even better. 4-3, competing against some of the best in the West. Jalen Green has started to string together a couple decent performances. Had 28 yesterday. Dylan Brooks came in and is
Resurgence.
defending and getting some buckets in there as well.
You're not naming the best player on the team.
Sengun.
There
Sengun
it
has been
is.
great as well.
Yeah, Sengun's the best player on that team by
Playmaking
He's
center.
playing crazy.
This team will be at its best once the Jalen Green Sengun duo really can consistently be great together. Sengun isn't really the issue. It's really been Jalen Green's consistency over the past few years.
I have a question. Do y'all think this is the perfect spot for Ahmed to develop? Because you have Van Vliet,
For who?
I think you do.
Sengun,
Ahmed.
Sengun,
Ahmed.
Green, and Jabari Smith ahead of him right now in terms of option.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
As the problem is, you would probably, I think theoretically they would have wanted to start him as a wing, but because like you said they have all that talent, he's probably going to have to start as a lead guard
So
from day one.
I think based on this right
he's
now,
not starting.
honestly,
Well, not start. I'm just saying in terms of his development, he
Yeah.
would be more of a lead guard instead of a wing.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
He's still hurt, right?
Huh?
Isn't he still
I-
hurt? with
He's
an
hurt
ankle?
right now, but I'm
Yeah.
saying once
I'm
he's
trying
actually
to
healthy and
understand.
ready to play, they'll probably start him off as a lead guard. I'm not
Yeah.
saying he will be in the starting
I
lineup.
think they drafted that with in mind though. With him not being, I don't think he'd be the lead guard. I don't think it's gonna happen with Van Vliet being on a 4-year deal.
I feel like it's the opposite though.
Van Fleet's
Dylan
not
Brooks
gonna
being on a
see
3-year
the end
deal.
of that deal.
Yeah.
I
Van
think
Fleet's
that-
not gonna see the end of that
I
I
think
feel
they're
like-
gonna
That nigga's
use
so
him
ass.
more as a backup guard for now till they can find a deal for Van Vliet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah,
at the same
backup-
time, like
Yeah, backup
also
guard, that's fine.
I'm kind of mad that Cam Whitmore not getting as many minutes. I understand why, but like
Oh, G League does.
G League, he gonna tear it up, man.
Nigga, man.
He got it.
no.
I'm trying to
He not ready for
understand
prime time, man.
the
It's a winning team now. You see the coach, man. They a winning team now.
the
What can I say?
the lead guard thing with
Man.
him in because he was drafted as the point guard of the future. But I do feel like this is a situation where he can develop the wing skills as well because if he's not starting at point guard, that does not mean that he
Okay.
comes off the bench every time and is playing
Yeah.
in place of Fred Van Vliet. That's
I
not
have
how
a
the minutes
question.
rotation works.
Question. So you know how? Okay. I think this may be similar to. Of course, it's not the same, but somewhat similar to a Tyrese Maxey development. Because when Tyrese Maxey came in, he was the. Let me explain.
My fault. I was looking at the screen. DJ Moore, man. He
He's
just,
So-
mad as shit.
he just be wide open.
When
sometimes.
Tyrese Maxey came in, he was expecting to be what the 4th, 5th option on the team. Yeah, Ben Simmons.
he
He had
had no
Tobias.
expectations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he came in, he was just kind of developing the off-ball role, being able to catch and shoot, does his part as an off-ball player. Then that season, Ben Simmons didn't even play.
Right.
And then he kind of developed kind of that lead guard type of role.
Mm-hmm.
Then they trade for James Harden. He's back in the off-ball. And it's like he developed both kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of similar to Ahmed, not back and forth, but like he's going to be able to develop the off-ball role. But like Van Fleet, they may play around with lineups where they may have Ahmed actually be the lead guard at times, and just kind of develop the plays, start the plays, like and at the same time like have him be in a wing, have him being like an off-ball player.
So
I feel
that's
like
fine. My point was not that he's going to be the one guard coming in for Fred Van Vliet all the time.
Just that he'd be a guard.
Well, no. So my point is, at first I think they were thinking about using him as a wing, but if there's people in front of him, they might decide to move him. But I see where y'all are coming from because you're saying that he would play off ball first.
they were never
My-
drafting him to be a wing. I can tell you that now.
Yeah.
Okay,
I knew that.
so
I figured that.
So at that point, then the question would be,
He can't play wing?
Jalen
Is
and
he
the
the
man,
forward first, guard second?
Who?
Amon Thompson. Isn't that how he's listed on the roster?
he's
That's
listed
how
as a
he's
forward, but he
playing.
plays like a guard.
Right now, that's how you playing, but when they drafted,
That's
him,
what-
might
that
not
was
be
my
the
point.
guard of the future.
I didn't understand what you guys were saying. Well, I didn't understand what Brian was saying with the development. They would prefer to develop him as a wing. I feel like
No.
not what he said.
That's
No.
not what I said.
He said develop as a guard.
I
That's
said
what
he said
they
guard.
probably were thinking to start him as a wing, but they were going to develop him into being a lead guard.
Yeah, that's what he
So
said.
then I was
sorry,
gonna-
that's what I meant to say. I did not understand why you said that. Because
not?
Because they drafted
Because they
him.
already have
No, they had
him.
the plan to develop him as a guard. They drafted him with the attempts to being a guard, I guess.
Yeah, but I was thinking because you have VanVleet, and then the thought is most likely with Jalen Green, seems like they're trying to have him on ball more. So then that's when I was gonna say it'd be interesting to see when Amen and Jalen are on the floor how they try to utilize those two as a backcourt. Since as you were trying to say they're trying to get Amen to be that
That's a crazy
to be
backcourt.
that guard.
What makes it crazy? Yeah. What makes it crazy?
It's a lot of bricks.
Okay.
It's a lot of bricks. A lot of athleticism though.
Yeah.
Athletic as fuck.
So, I have a question.
Should we talk about the other? Did we talk about the other Thompson Ten? We talk about the Pistons.
The other what?
Sorry.
Yeah, did we talk about the other Thompson Ten?
We ain't got to talk about him.
We didn't.
Nah.
Oh, we did. We did.
We want to talk about him?
We didn't.
I might say he been playing well.
Yes,
He
he
sure
playing
has.
before.
He can't shoot, but he's been playing really good.
playing the
That don't
floor.
mean nothing.
He
He
been
got
doing everything really good.
him
except for
and
shooting.
Derek Lively got JB's team looking like the team to beat right
Damn,
now.
Derek Lively. Yeah. What
I
a pick.
forgot about that league.
What a pick.
Appreciate it, man.
I'm not it.
Appreciate it, man.
Oh, that's my overreaction. Luka's gonna win MVP this year.
No, you
I don't
took
think
mine.
that's a reaction to you. Yeah,
He's
they
6 and
can.
2.
That's
I was.
That's a
think-
good reaction. That's a good reaction.
I think my
people-
normal MVP pick was Luka, and my dark horse is Anthony Edwards. I feel like
So
that's
it's
what I
not
had.
a reaction to you then.
What about Dark Horse?
You
I
remember when we
mean-
said the long shot?
I mean, a long shot. I mean, a bit.
That was racially coded.
You're crazy. You're crazy. But
But-
I mean,
So
You
that's
know.
your reaction. Luka's going to win MVP.
yeah. I
Okay.
mean, we're only 8 games into the season. A lot can happen, but I see it. I see it in the cards if they keep playing how they're playing. Who knows though? With Kyrie and the rest of them boys.
I think a hard question. What's going on?
I was just still that Rockets thing was really just going through my mind. I didn't understand it. But the one thing I did want to talk about was Cam Thomas. I think he was going to make the All-Star team. I don't know if
It's only 2
this-
weeks.
I know. I don't know if it's going to hold up the process because the Nets be liking to not play him as much. But
Nah, I think it's different this year. They actually
20,
playing him a lot.
27 a game. I think they have to though because people been hurt.
That's
Every
it.
time,
Hopefully-
whenever somebody get hurt, they always play him. But once they get fully healthy, they go back to putting him on the bench.
I wonder why that is.
Because he don't play defense.
I was
But
like,
who
hopefully
cares?
that Cam injury won't.
Vok
Hopefully
don't
his
like
injury
him.
When you
won't
averaging
affect him.
27, how much defense do you need to play, really?
But Vok don't like him.
At all. That's
He doesn't like him.
none of
That's
the
all it
coaches
is.
have. Steve Nash didn't like him.
That's Steve
Jacques
Nash.
Because
Vaughn
he
didn't
doesn't
like
play
him.
winning basketball.
That's Steve Nash
Oh,
though.
man.
That's different.
He plays moving basketball, man. He moves me.
That sounds like people talking
Yeah.
about
Oh,
Jamal Crawford.
we gotta clip that. That's just crazy.
27 a game.
I was a tripping, right?
No, that's just crazy. I don't understand that one.
He cooked the Celtics a
Straight
couple nights ago.
or scouting. That's
That's
crazy.
not, man. I'm just going off the film.
Man, the film's telling you what, man?
Cam Thomas is a bucket.
Could this be a Lou Will Jamal Crawford thing?
No,
Where
no,
this ends up being
this
the
is
sixth man
better.
down the
This
line?
should be better. That's what I'm worried. I'm worried that they're gonna put him in that
Okay,
6-man box.
I think it's this because
You know what?
the
It will be better.
Nets.
J.R. Smith. Damn, there it is.
That might be the one.
There it is.
That might be the one.
I think
Man,
it's
y'all
because
some
the Nets
haters.
don't have.
J.R. Smith is a championship winner. What are you talking about? He played winning basketball.
J.R.
They play
Smith never
defense.
averaged 27. Ever.
We-
In
Game
China.
8.
How big of a?
Okay.
That's 10% of the season.
Honest,
How?
It's an 82 game season. Oh, you think he's gonna average 27 whole season?
I think he can average 20 plus. Is that crazy?
J.R. Smith never averaged 20 plus.
no.
You
I
sure
don't
about
think
that?
he did.
In New York?
You sure he did
He
it?
averaged 20.
I don't think he
New York.
did in New York.
He averaged 18, 19 at
You're right.
most.
It was 18.
I don't
was
think
gonna
he. I
say,
don't think
I
J.R.
tried it.
Smith
I
was
tried
a
it.
20-point
Let me
scorer.
see.
And he not sco- And Cam Thomas actually scoring it efficiently this year.
That man, did he score 50 before? He scored 50 last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he scored 50 last year.
He's a real bucket. I
Everybody
don't-
get 50 nowadays.
But he
man.
doesn't. It's not a Corey Brewer type beat. This man
No,
is
he's
doing
a bucket.
This.
I'm not.
You think he
saying he's
averaged
not.
23 in the season?
So I don't
On a good team?
understand. I really don't understand.
On a good
Put
team?
the phone away. Put the phone away. Put the phone away.
If it's you saw that shit? That's crazy.
Yeah, cook this. Cook
Yeah,
What
that's
it say?
crazy.
What it say?
I was looking at J.R. Smith's
Oh,
stats.
it
Yeah.
was 20. It was 20. It was 18.
It was
wasn't
about 16.
It was
at the end of
18.
the year.
It was 18. It was 18.
Told you.
It's like
I tried to lie. You called me.
if he plays enough minutes to average that amount of points those season, will they be a winning team?
Why not?
Okay.
Don't they need
They
somebody to
answer.
actually consistently score the
Okay.
ball? Or is
I
Mikal
thought
Bridges?
Mikal Bridges
Come on,
was-
I think
Oh,
you fell for that.
okay.
You fell for that. They was calling him MIP. That was fake.
The McHale.
I didn't. They don't look
Mikal
nah, we
should
didn't pick him. Nah, he
Mikal
was-
should be
Not
the
mine,
second
my team.
option.
I think it's because
Mikal should be the second option on this
the
team.
reason I think
Who?
Cam Thomas.
Oh my God, bro.
Okay, the
This is
reason I
not
think
crazy.
You're crazy. Go ahead.
This is not crazy.
Go
it's
ahead.
not crazy, but the reason
Bobby, only eight
but the
games.
reason I think that the Nets could be a winning team with Cam Thomas being like at least a top 2 scorer on that team is because the pieces they have.
Okay.
They have the defense
They
around him to
have
where
the
he
defense.
can
They have
get it.
Mikal Bridges who could play defense and it's a bucket. Ben
Second option.
Simmons who's all the dirty work now.
Yeah.
You have Dorian Finney-Smith, one of the best
Dodo.
role play defenders.
Dofo.
You have Spencer Dinwiddie, who's cool.
Nick Claxton.
Third,
That's what I
fourth,
thought he was
fifth,
going
He's
to
a
say.
nice
fourth
guy.
option.
Claxton, who could still be a depoy contender.
Yes.
You also have who else on the
Cam
road?
Johnson.
Cam Johnson.
Royce O'Neal.
Lonnie Walker.
Lonnie
You have a
Walker.
lot of good pieces.
Y'all
on
just
that team.
naming niggas, man.
Whole bunch of role players.
Cam Thomas is the
That are good
perfect shooting guard
defensively,
for this team.
Okay, ain't gonna lie. My favorite player on that team.
He don't have to be the. He don't have to be the. Listen, he
This
don't
shit
have to be
nasty.
the best all around player. He just has to be the best scorer on this team.
I also have a favorite. I have a guilty pleasure as a favorite player on that team.
What you call it? What you call it?
A guilty pleasure.
Where is this?
I
going?
You said it
like
twice.
watching
Okay.
this player play basketball.
Oh no! What makes
Okay.
it guilty then?
Because it's like you like what the fuck?
Trenton Watford.
No.
Oh. Ben
Dennis
Simmons.
Smith Jr.
Oh.
You said Dennis?
I love DAJ.
All right. you
Okay.
take it.
All
How
right.
do you get on this
all right.
team, man?
Some bias.
No,
The
it's
Hornets
guilty.
let
How
him
did
walk.
Dennis Smith get on this team,
No, that
man?
nigga guilty. Guilty.
They get.
Got the rope right
They
here.
got, they got a few
I thought
similar
Dennis was in
players on
China,
this
man.
team.
How did he get on this team, man?
Who let him back in the? Who let him back in the states?
Who let him back on the team, man? What
DJ
the
Moore.
hell?
Oh, he ain't doing shit. Oh no,
No, Dennis Smith was good with the Hornets last year. And
He was
they,
good.
They
He
just
was.
let him walk.
he was one of the best
He
defenders
did.
in the league.
He was.
He was a good
one
one.
of
He was one of the
guard
best
defenders
backup
in the
point
league.
guards in the league.
He was.
Let me
So-
see what he's doing
Nah,
now.
He was.
Sure.
I just saw.
He was
it.
definitely one of the best guard defenders in the league.
Now, is it my turn to give an overreaction?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go
Go
ahead.
Thanks, guys.
Cam Thomas
Wow,
All-Stars
you haters that
overreaction
say
though.
that.
I don't think that was fair.
I think it is.
Slightly. That's a mean overreaction. That's what you're asking.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to
You,
build
you,
on my.
do you
You
do
think that's
understand how
too
many
easy?
guards there are on the East, right?
I don't name them.
Like actual guards.
Yeah, in the East, name them.
Jalen.
I will only
Donovan
be
Mitchell.
moved if you name 5 guards that I feel like.
Maxey,
Cade.
Okay, Maxey.
Mitchell,
Cade.
Jalen
Cade.
Brown.
Jalen Brown.
He's a
is
guard.
Small forward.
He's a
He's
guard.
a
He's
shooting
But they'll
guard.
plays,
consider-
he'll
they
be
consider
voted as a
guard.
small forward because he has not started any games at guard. Donovan Mitchell, that's 3.
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
I gotta look at the numbers. I think he
Tyrese-
was averaging 22.
Tyrese
Oh,
Halliburton.
Halliburton. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Reese.
That's just cooked.
Okay, Cam Thomas at 5.
But we named 5 already.
You named 4. Jalen Brown doesn't count. I'm not counting Jalen Brunson.
Tyrese Maxey. Halliburton.
That's 2.
Trey Young don't count.
Oh yeah, Trey Young.
That's 3.
Yeah, Trey Young.
You got
Trae Young.
Tyrese,
Trae Young is
Halliburton, Maxey.
Jalen Brunson.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Mitchell.
Oh, Maxey. And Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell. Donovan
Okay.
Mitchell.
Yeah, that's the 3.
In the Bulls, around
And-
500. Zach LaVine making it.
Oh, what, Cam Thomas?
Yes.
Yes.
we
What's
talked
the
about?
Nets record?
Yes.
What's the net?
4 and 4.
4-4.
Yeah, I don't know. The Nets might get that All-Star.
Their
The
game
Bulls
and a
won't be good.
Then I agree.
I'm gonna say.
Well, I already know.
y'all
Like I
have a lot.
said.
Y'all
Y'all
like I
think the
said,
Nets gonna
they-
be good?
I think Cam Thomas gonna lead them to success.
He's hurt for 2 weeks.
That's all that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hope that Cam injury doesn't
I ain't
hurt
gonna
his
lie,
playing time.
that's
when he
because he's on a
gets
lot of
back.
losses, man. They maybe was on some losses.
No, that's a decent team though.
I'm playing.
No, it's not.
It's a decent.
It-
team.
it
That's
is
not
a
a
They're
good
decent enough to make the
team.
playoffs.
It's a
dude.
decent
They have a
team.
lot of high role players.
Without, but look, they look crazy without Cam Thomas. I got him, man.
They look crazy.
It looks a little crazy without a
because-
27-point
Because
score.
you go from him and Mikael averaging 20.
Wait, how
Now
do
you
you
got
back here?
Spencer Dinwiddie.
How do we get back to the
Somebody's
Nets?
gotta score a touchdown.
because Cam Thomas.
OG
crazy.
just gave up his overreaction, and we got back to the Nets.
I was about to say that's why I asked if I can go.
Go.
You,
Just go.
you didn't go?
Oh,
No.
Damian Lillard.
You
there
didn't
it is.
know. There you go.
Damian Lillard. There it is.
What's his numbers?
Well, it's Damian Lillard. Come on.
Oh, legacy
Yeah,
over
there
Cam
you go.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay, gang.
It's a
Go
new
ahead.
era.
Shut up. OG, go
New
ahead.
era.
Go ahead, gang.
This better be good.
Damn.
Now, raise
So much pressure
expectations.
now. Damn. Now, after
Alright.
seeing Dallas in person, man,
Mm.
man, watching Kyrie and Luka hoop, it made me get back on the floor, man. It's the little things that they do, like the way they hold the ball, and, man, it was crazy. My bad, Paul. Sorry, but the way the creativity that they have in the little minute details that they, man, it made me appreciate the game that was more. But I sound like Nate now. That's crazy. But no, I say that Dallas can be a top 6 seed. That's my overreaction, and they'll have a top 5 offense.
That's an
I don't know if that's an
overreaction.
overreaction.
Mine's
Aren't
Aren't
overreaction.
they? Wait,
That's
aren't
no
they
overreaction.
currently like the 2 seed?
Well, I
But
didn't
still,
have the
though.
Mavericks making.
You didn't have to make the playoffs or play in?
I didn't make them barely in the play-in.
You didn't have him
Wow.
making the playoffs at all.
No, no, barely in the play-in.
I don't know if that's an overreaction right now.
It's
Really?
Not.
For them to be a top 6 seed.
It's not.
People had Mavericks top 6 seed.
Some people had at least a top 7.
I
Top
don't
8.
think none of us did.
They ain't top
I
6
I
though.
didn't.
I didn't have him in my top 6. But
So how the fuck is that?
I don't.
Let's name teams.
Overreaction though
Let's
is a
name
little
teams.
crazy.
I don't
I
regret.
feel like
I
it's
don't
more of a
regret none of my
proper.
picks though.
I feel like it's more of a proper reaction. Now, if you
Shit.
said like
Actually,
top 3,
them
top
Lakers.
4, then
Yeah.
maybe.
Let's
That-
name
that
teams.
might be
Yeah,
what
I
was
had the
thinking.
Lakers 1 seed, man.
Yeah, I had
I'm
the
gonna start
Lakers at
naming
3.
teams.
Can't believe y'all
Alright.
did that.
Y'all ready? Denver, top 6.
They won.
Are you asking us?
They
No,
won.
I'm talking about like at the end of the season after you top 6.
Denver for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
No.
Yeah.
What's their-
50-50.
What's their record right now?
It's 50-50.
You mean
They're
coming
5-2
into the season or as of now?
No, you're saying right now. I
right
think.
now.
I mean,
Right now,
I don't think they top 6.
that's a top 6.
Even though I had them in my top 6.
Golden
which is
State.
ironic.
Yes.
Yeah.
OKC.
No.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, they're 5-3.
Houston.
No.
No. No.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
New
Depends
Orleans.
on health.
No.
Depends on
No.
health.
No
Sac-
Phoenix and no New Orleans.
Sacktown.
No.
Yeah, I think they won.
Nah.
No.
Clippers.
Yes.
No.
Nah.
Spurs.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Lakers.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, honestly, I think Clippers not being top 6 is overreaction.
Yes. They definitely.
They'd be top 6.
You said no.
You said no.
We both
They
said
both
no.
said no.
Y'all, I know.
I was joking.
What?
You
How can
wasn't.
he say that?
No, y'all know I was.
No, we did not.
You know how he feels about the Clippers.
Yeah,
man.
I was not. I would
I
never.
mean,
say
Harden
gonna
on
lie,
the team
I
now.
did
You
not
don't know.
expect-
Is that an overreaction when they're 3-4 and they're
Yes.
looking
It's 7
bad?
games in.
I mean, they was looking good.
That's
before he
overreaction.
got
They was
there.
3-2 for
We
Harden.
talking about they would look
Okay,
good.
what- okay,
They
what's
don't
your
have the
prediction-
same roster no more.
What's your prediction before the season?
Told you.
No.
JG.
I'm sorry.
Where'd you have the Clippers at
I knew it was about to
before
happen.
season started?
Let me see. Are
Why
they
they
Can,
even
didn't
on-
go
you,
for
can we
two?
all expect it hard to be traded today?
Yeah,
we all
they
knew
down
that's
this
gonna happen.
motherfucker. I didn't have him in my top 6 to begin
You
with.
didn't?
No, I didn't. It was
Yeah,
Nuggets,
yeah.
Suns, Lakers, Warriors, Timberwolves, Thunder. Actually, look at this top 6.
You had Tim. Oh,
It looks
wow.
pretty good.
You had hot take.
I know I had the
in that joint. I
Timberwolves
love
in my
that.
top
I had the
6.
Timberwolves. Yeah, Timberwolves
You had
there.
2 hot takes. I love it. Timberwolves OKC.
Yeah, I
top
did.
6. I love
had
it.
those.
Love that.
James Conner Lockett.
All right.
I
So
like this top 6 actually.
but honestly, I don't think Dallas is a reaction. That's me personally. But I understand how it's a reaction.
I think
Because
after last
some
season,
people
how they
see it from the
looked.
range from like 5 to like 10. So I understand what you're saying. I don't
I
think they'd be
mean-
top 4 though.
5 to 10. What the last year had like a 2 to 3 game separation.
They didn't make it. They even make playing.
I'm saying just like overall, like the standings
It was
last year,
like three-
5 to 10.
it was
Then
like-
they all get separated by like 1 or 2 games.
5 to 10.
Yeah, there's like 3 to 8 or something like
It's
that.
about
Yeah, all them games are all them teams are
5-6
close.
games most.
So, I mean, if it comes down to that, shit.
But that was like 4 games, 5 games after playing though.
Yeah, they was doing. I mean, then they.
I mean, they were
then
tanking
say,
at the end of
then
the
they
season,
say
though.
Kyrie early and Luka early and all that.
Yeah, they were trying to get a better draft pick.
Okay, they lost a certain game that would got them in like 2 games behind the playing, but they lost that game.
And
Yeah,
now I
they
got
didn't
him
have
Derek
chemistry yet.
Lively.
They didn't have chemistry yet. They didn't have Derek.
They had Derek Lively, yeah.
Yeah, Christian won the team.
Oh yeah, like. But what about you, Brian? What's your hot take? Well,
My overreaction.
My bad.
This may not seem like a crazy overreaction. So at first I was gonna say top 5 for this person, but I think right now, if the season were to end today, Tyrese Maxey would be a finalist for MVP.
The Finals MVP.
I mean, well, that's true. If the season ends today,
But that's an
that is
overreaction.
true.
That's a great
Much
overreaction.
more deserved.
That's a great
over.
overreaction.
Yeah.
That's a great overreaction.
He said if the season ends today, which
That's
is
not overreaction.
that's
Season
a
ends
weird.
today.
That's a weird caveat.
So do you want me to take off?
That makes no sense.
I mean, because if the season
wait,
ended today, Cam Thomas.
Wait, pause.
No,
Pause.
nigga.
Cam Thomas is not
No,
even
nigga.
in
No,
the
I
race.
wasn't gonna say
Shut
MVP.
your
I was gonna
lips.
say All NBA.
Can we pause?
Oh.
Alright. How is you can't say season end today he beat a Finals MVP?
I said finalist for the MVP.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
No, we can't end it today. When I'm talking about
Okay.
we predict or just predict. It's like all right, he could be that.
Well, I was gonna say he's a top 3 MVP candidate, but that didn't seem to sound as.
You
right
saying
as
right now?
finals. Yeah.
What do you think you'll be at the All Star break?
All NBA. I think that's a safe overreaction.
That's-
for Tyrese
that's
Maxey.
not even
That's an
overreaction.
overreaction for real.
Really.
No.
Unless you say first team, I think that's the only one.
Then
that's
maybe
overreaction.
yeah, that's overreaction.
I
But
think he can keep it up for most.
But I think
he's
I'll
averaging
put it-
25
I'll
and
put-
7.
The
Like,
way this 65 game thing go, if
But I think
60
Tyrese
first team
is
might
the
not be
top
a
3 MVP
overreaction
candidate,
either.
even over his own teammate.
Cam Thomas about to miss 2 weeks.
it's over.
Over his own
65
teammate?
games.
Over his own teammate.
That's pretty good then.
That's what I'm saying. I
That's
think
a good
Oh,
reaction.
no,
I think he's MVP candidate over his own teammate.
No, that's bullshit.
That's a good
Nah,
That's
nah,
reaction.
not.
nah,
That's
bullshit.
literally why
Over
he's.
Joel
That's
Embiid.
a good
Yes, over
reaction.
Joel
Speaking my
Embiid.
language.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
That's
Fake MVP.
nonsense. Why would y'all say that?
Get the
It's
real
Why'd you
MVP.
that
It's an
up?
overreaction, Jalen.
But that's bullshit.
It's about time we had a 6-foot MVP.
Joel's
again.
averaging 31. Can we stop?
For real?
Yes, he's doing it again.
Is he,
Y'all
hey,
stop.
is he averaging less than 50% from the field?
Let's check, man. Let's check.
Yeah, let's see the 49%.
This is news to me.
He's
It's-
averaging 31, shooting 53%
Damn.
from the field.
Shit.
So close.
Shit.
40% from 3 too.
He's
Man.
actually averaging 32.
But if
Damn,
anything,
32.
Fake stats.
That boy's hooping.
Fake
Him
stats.
and
I mean, you
Maxey,
could,
man.
you could argue that Tyrese has the narrative that he's been helping Joel.
Oh yeah,
play better
Tyrese
this
definitely
year.
has a narrative.
What is the narrative?
I can't write it yet. I'm not an author.
okay. I thought you had one in mind.
No, they're gonna have it made. Don't worry about it. I just don't have it. I can't have
But I'll say,
it.
I guess the thought would be just you see that he's basically the lead guard now. He's improved his play.
Yeah, what's Tyrese's numbers? I need to hear it.
25 and 7.
How long do we see AI
7.
comparisons?
Hmm?
How long do we see AI
I was seeing them
comparisons?
last year.
Until you see what?
AI comparisons.
Who?
Tyrese and AI.
I was seeing them last year.
You said Allen Iverson?
Maybe by the All Star break. Maybe.
Chat GPT.
Ain't no.
Time.
Hey,
Oh.
we might have to restart what he just asked that question, man.
No.
Y'all ain't see them last year. Them
He had Allen Iverson comparisons?
I seen them.
Oh
the,
my
The
The
edits.
half jersey.
Yeah, the
That's
edits.
tough.
They would have the Allen Iverson standing tall and Tyrese Maxey looking up.
They
Right.
should have Dikembe and Joel.
Mm.
Mashup. I'm cooking.
You didn't even give one of the good 76er centers all time. You
Man,
get
same
washed up in Tumbo.
Same thing, bro.
That's
Went
so
to the
sick.
finals.
Why
Come
not
on, bro.
Moses Malone?
I'm about to say they got Hall of
I
Famers.
feel like that's who you meant to say.
Nah,
No. I think he meant to
That's
keep
definitely
it.
what he meant to
Nah,
say.
You could say at least Daryl
Cause he's
Dawkins.
talking about
Nah,
he,
No,
Ah,
he tried to
that's
say-
a little crazy.
he
The
tried to
kid
say
that-
AI
That's better
teammates.
than Dikembe.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
they-
is.
wait,
But
okay.
okay, like 40.
AI Dikembe, Tyrese, and Joel. I'm keeping it the same.
He was trying to do teammates.
Come on, man. Motherfucking D'Anthony Melton and Aaron McKee.
Okay, stop.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Patrick Beverly, Eric Snow.
Okay.
Same
No,
thing.
wait, that might be the
Same
same thing.
thing?
That might be the same thing.
I think I might have cut. Who knows?
Tyrese Maxey to AI. 25 and 7 though.
Yeah, he's having 25 or something.
I don't know. What's the splits?
Do you think they're
He
gonna
got to be great
No,
for
make
three.
them better than Embiid?
I think it's
or you
good
just
from three
asking?
for
Nah,
sure.
I just want to
40
hear
for
it.
three, probably.
Okay.
He got to be like 40
Maxey
for three.
shooting 48 from the field, 40 from 3.
What's the
Free
free
throw.
Way better than y'all.
90%.
Mm.
50, 40, 90 potential.
I don't know.
Let's talk about it.
Everybody.
Hey, in my
don't
opinion,
know.
Stand up.
in my
No,
opinion,
no.
Certainly MIP. The
Mi-
first to win MIP and MVP.
Hmm.
That's a good overreaction. That would have been a good thing to say.
Hold up. He
That could've been
cannot
safe.
do that
he's not gonna be a
shit, man.
finalist, bro.
If John
That would've
Morant
been
couldn't do
Ja.
it, he
That would've been
definitely
Ja.
not doing it.
Bro, okay, hey,
John Morant. You thought they was gonna give him
John
that?
Morant, he was second pick. He's not winning.
Honor.
He was
This
was
before
supposed to win
PG.
MIP.
Before
No,
the
he
P1.
said MIP and MVP.
That's not
He
what
said
happened.
That's what I'm saying. Ja didn't have a chance.
Bro, you
Ja
have
definitely not a
JT,
chance.
Luka, Jokic. That's 3 people right there.
And the
Curry.
person on his
That's
team
4.
is literally
Curry.
better than him. Embiid is playing better than him.
Embiid, that's 5.
Embiid's not winning another MVP.
He's not, but he's he gonna be
He's
ahead of
not, but he's gonna be in
Maxey.
the way. SGA.
Mm.
Anthony Edwards.
I already said
You
Ant,
already
but
said
yeah.
Anthony.
See,
I mean, I guess Steph.
Rudy Gobert, sorry, no.
Steph.
Cam Thomas,
Rudy Gobert.
Cam Thomas. Hey, I done,
Tobias Harris.
I done found a new
Okay,
player
you
to support.
It's like
Man.
Ali Burn for real though.
All right.
Ali.
So we got Jalen Green, Paul George, Cam Thomas.
Whoa. Whoa.
Markel
He's
Fultz?
naming everybody he supports.
I'm
Markel
just like,
Fultz.
this is a sick list.
Derrick Rose. That's the
Derrick
the
Rose?
D-Rose.
official 5.
When the sense
I don't know.
when
He been
were
carrying
you
the
a
Grizzlies.
D-Rose
D-Rose
fan?
been my favorite player since I was
He
10.
carried Grizzlies and
Damn,
won a
that's
7 record,
sad.
man. I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
He said that's sad.
I think you curse your players.
I might.
Name your
I
players
might.
again.
I'm not gonna say it again.
Wait. He said
D.
Jalen
Rose,
Green, Cam
Paul
Thomas,
George,
Paul George,
Jalen
Derrick
Green.
Rose.
Damn.
Damn, this shit sick.
All
Cam
Lord
What am I
Thomas.
Thomas.
missing? Cam. What am I missing?
Markel Fultz.
Markel.
Oh.
Damn.
Cooked them.
They said they said my curse is bad. This is crazy.
Markel,
wait,
he's getting better.
Your
Okay.
curse was what?
They're all
Lonzo
getting
Ball.
better.
Not D Rose. I'm sorry.
They're all getting better.
Yeah.
D Rose.
Okay.
I think
Who's
D'Lo
your
too.
players? Lonzo Ball. Who else?
Trey Young.
Trey Young. Trey Young good.
Trae Young playing
Was
pretty
he
well
on the
this
Ben
year.
Simmons thing too?
Yes,
I was.
he was.
Hey, getting better, right? See,
Pause.
Ben
We're
Simmons
all-
is establishing this role.
if those 3, my 5, which one?
Don't ask me. I'm a Ben Simmons fan. Don't ask me.
Lonzo, Ben Simmons, Trey Young, or Paul, I would just give my top 3: Paul George, Cam Thomas, Jalen Green.
You can't tell us jump Markel.
He
I don't
No,
know
that's
how
not
you
my
got it.
favorite.
He got
I don't know how you
Oh,
put
oh,
Markel
oh.
out of there
He
and
got
D
it.
Rose because
No,
those are the
no,
dudes that
no,
love
no.
long
They
minutes.
said his
You
top
can't do
three,
it.
though. He
You're
said
not
his top
listening.
3.
I'm
He
talking
can't
about my
do
best 3.
Okay, then let me
What's
get
your
some.
best 3?
I'm gonna name some new 3 then.
You have 2 All-Stars.
I'm gonna start naming some better players then.
Who? All right, name
This
real
is
ones
All-Star?
then.
All right, new players I'm
Got 'em.
scoring.
Because that was my T-Mobile 5.
let me get Luka then, since we just named a player.
No.
Give me-
nice.
No,
Give
there's
me-
a. Hold on,
give
mute
me
this.
give me Ant. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I
no.
can't. Why can't do that?
You can't have
Take
number
Cade,
one
take
picks.
Cade.
You can't have number one picks.
Even though
Okay,
we
Ant.
can't have number one picks.
Nope.
I can't have
No,
Ant.
No.
Wait, what's the mark?
Quiet. Can't have number one picks.
Number
John
one.
Morant. I know I got John Morant.
From what?
What?
Because y'all both have locks.
No. Now he been supporting John.
Now
for a
you
minute.
faking. I've been supporting
been
John
supporting
for a
John
minute.
All right, but that was the question. Why has he been supporting Josh?
You need to
Because
answer.
he's a real nigga.
Oh, because there's locks.
He's a real
It always comes back to that.
Big into the facts.
Hey,
I
look,
know.
it's either Lonzo
I
or John
respect it.
Morant. There's
Mm.
nothing in the middle there.
What you mean?
All right, you can have John.
Can I get Tatum?
What? No.
My
It's a
fault.
Celtic.
Okay.
Damn.
Respect.
Not on my watch.
I've been supporting Tatum more than Celtics fans. have.
No,
You fuck with Shea.
that was him.
You fuck with
No,
Shea.
come on.
No. Don't point at me. Don't point at me like you ain't that criticizing Jason Tatum.
was ass. You said that.
You did say that.
You said that.
Never
did
said
say
that.
that.
No.
Okay. Y'all
Never
some
said that.
fake fans.
I
You know
never
what's
said that.
crazy?
I said that about Jalen Brown.
Y'all fans of the two most successful franchises
Yeah.
in history. I mean, Celtics, they ain't done
I
shit
don't,
since
I don't,
like
I don't really like
Larry
that.
Well,
Bird.
wait,
comparison.
hold on, buddy. What
Hold
have the
on,
Thunder
hold on.
done?
Hold on.
we're a new franchise. Oh,
What
five.
no, Sonics. What have the Supersonics done before the Thunder?
Hear me out.
Nothing. Had to move.
But my point is,
Don't let
They
them
won.
talk to you like
They
that.
won.
no. The point is this.
Last
though,
30
right?
years, they got one thing. Just
But
that one
that's
championship.
my point
Same
is
thing.
this though, right? Like
Got you.
y'all are fans in the like two most like story franchises league. I mean, that's leagues. It's two story franchises in the league, but it's like me, I'm like randomly OKC fan. That's
Same thing with
that's
me
just
and
kinda
JG in
crazy.
baseball.
I'm gonna say, wait, do you remember
kinda crazy.
we are fans on our football?
What you mean?
It looked crazy
All
after
three
that.
of us in baseball.
Yeah, for sure.
It looked
Oh yeah,
crazy.
y'all are
That's
pretty
crazy.
storied. I can't lie. My bad.
It makes sense for you. You're
Dodgers
from
hold 'em
DC.
now.
No, not you,
You
JG.
from the area.
I forgot.
I
the
don't
phrase.
understand you. You must
My
fell in
uncle
love
played
with
for 'em.
Larry.
I didn't tell you that.
You said what?
My uncle played for him, the Cardinals.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
Yeah, bro, we gotta get him to
Yeah.
repost
It was
the
either
podcast.
that, like growing
Yeah,
up,
talking
either be a
football.
Cardinals fan or be a Washington
Bears
fan.
bro.
Washington.
And
the
around
Bears.
that time, they had Mark Burnell and Jason Campbell. Even me being young, I knew that's a terrible team to support. So I rather support Kurt
That's why I
Warner and
supported
Larry.
Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they were good teams.
I love Maryland. I was in Laurel at the time I made that decision. That's like 20 minutes away from Baltimore for real. Yeah.
Okay.
So I chose Baltimore. Yeah, but I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's ironic to me. There's no shade when MVP this year.
DC's closer to Laurel.
That's your overreaction.
It's not.
That's your overreaction.
Laurel's
Caleb?
like 35 from DC. I'm like 25 from Baltimore.
What was my
Laurel.
reaction?
No, I was asking Caleb if that was his overreaction.
Oh yeah, what was your reaction?
No reaction. Oh, I forgot.
I thought you had.
I thought I said it. I did say it.
Yeah.
You did.
Pistons.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
you did say that.
Pissed me
You
top
did
six.
say it.
Oh, then I looked at the record and I said that has no chance of happening.
Damn.
I had to
But
double
they
check.
were like what 4 and.
They are 2-7.
They ain't that bad.
They
They
can
have,
get it.
they have lost their last 6 games.
All they gotta do is win 5 in a row.
man.
But they look good. They look good.
That's it.
Yeah, individual players look good,
They look.
but Killian Hayes is on the roster, and I think that's just too big of a
You ain't gonna
negative to
lie,
make
Monty
up.
Williams
It's all
playing
right.
too many
Marcus
minutes right now.
Sasser about to lock in.
I hope so, because Killian Hayes.
Question: Do y'all think Marcus Sasser like is going to kind of take away Jaden Ivey's spot too?
They don't be
Jaden
watching
Ivey.
Marcus Sasser.
Take away Jaden Ivey. No,
Yes.
Marcus
I
Sasser.
don't
he's
know,
taking away
'cause-
Killian Hayes.
No.
I think draft.
He's going to take
I
over
think,
Killian for sure.
Yeah.
That's,
I think
Killian
draft
will get
pedigree might
DNPs
keep
pretty
that from
soon.
happening.
Yes.
Jaden Ivey, he just hasn't been.
But I think he'll still get more opportunity because of where he was drafted.
He's been playing bad.
Now,
Killian
now
Hayes
can
got
Sasser take
drafted
over
7.
because
Marcus
he's a good
Sasser
player?
keep
Yeah,
putting up
but-
22 a game. It don't matter what Jaden Ivey do.
When I see them shoot that ball,
Jaden Ivey don't start.
he doesn't.
But the more Marcus Sasser plays, that means the less Jaden Ivey plays.
Yeah.
Why you keep saying Jaden Ivey? Why don't you say Killian Hayes?
Because we already established that Killian
I mean,
Hayes is
wait.
a jump.
But if Killian Hayes is already starting over,
But we know Killian Hayes gonna get benched regardless.
yeah, duh.
We knew that. We know he gonna
We've
get
been
DNP
saying that
soon.
for years, man.
Jaden
I'm
That's why they
Ivey,
keep
I'm
calling
not
him
saying.
Jaden,
You keep
JG.
saying we know he.
There's
gonna
a
be
clear
benched.
there's a
He
clear
somehow
role.
keeps starting. He must
There's
be doing
there's
something.
a clear
only
role
9
on
games
this
in.
team. There's a clear
I mean,
role
he's
on
been
this
starting
team
about
for
3
Killian
years now.
Hayes.
And he's been bad for 3
he has
years
started.
now.
It's a clear role that they want for him to fulfill on this team.
What role is that?
It's not gonna happen.
Defensive guard.
Uh-huh.
He gonna turn to Andre Roberson. So,
Oh my goodness.
6'3" Andre Roberson. That's insane. Left-handed.
my bad,
6'3".
Avery Bradley who can't shoot.
Nah, what's bro used to be on the Bucks and the Suns, ball dude.
Javon Carter.
Javon Carter.
Maybe that's the best I can give for him.
But he
Ball
can
nowhere.
shoot.
It's hard, man, to think of defensive point guards that can't shoot. Alright.
Well,
I wanted to ask a question earlier about the Rockets. Who y'all think the Rockets should play through the most? Whether it's Jalen Green,
That's easy.
Jabari Smith, or
Sengun.
Sengun.
For the about to say, for the
Certainly-
present Sengun, but
Sengun.
as you move along in the season,
Like
Jalen Green.
in order,
Mhm.
Sagoon, Green.
certainly,
Even at the-
certainly not Jabari Smith.
Even after Jabari Smith summer league play.
No,
Okay.
How about Jabari Smith regular season play?
How has it been? I haven't been watching.
I mean, he's been.
Mhm.
a
Have you
su-
seen
he's-
Kyle
he-
Kuzma play in the summer league?
He's one of the better role players in the
He's
league.
good, right? Really good.
Kyle Kuzma 10 years ago.
No,
10 years ago.
Summer league.
That was like 6 years ago, dude.
I'm saying
Okay.
Kyle Kuzma in summer league, right?
Yeah.
And he was good in the regular season with the Lakers, right?
He definitely was.
That's Jabari Smith, but better than Kyle.
Yeah.
Could be better than
Because
Kyle.
he can play defense.
I get your comparison though. It's like it's the summer league.
Yeah,
That don't mean they're gonna.
that don't mean
you can
shit.
Run the offense to him.
It means something, but it don't mean, oh my goodness, he's franchise player. No,
I don't think he's a franchise player,
No.
but I think he's established himself as
but
a part of the
playing
future.
through players who could
He is,
potentially
but
be
he's
franchise
probably
players.
not gonna be any
Sengun,
better than the third
I think it's
option.
clear Sengun is going to be a franchise player.
franchise
Yes.
player?
Sagoon,
No.
yeah.
I don't.
Yes.
He's a great player. He could be
He's
an
going-
all-star.
I'm
Franchise
with
means
JB. I don't.
Jalen's gonna have to be your franchise guy.
How many franchise players are there in the league? Don't say 30.
It's a. All right, I'm gonna name
Define-
teams.
When you say
No, I'm gonna name teams. Just give me yes or no. Y'all ready?
You name teams?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
name teams.
he's naming teams.
and you say like they have a franchise.
I'm
player
not,
or
I'm gonna name not obvious teams.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm gonna name them so we count them. Somebody, can
Okay.
somebody count them for me? All right, Philly,
What's the
Yes.
question?
What's the question?
franchise players.
Yes.
Do they have
they
franchise
have-
players?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Philly.
Philly's got one.
Boston,
Yes.
Yeah.
Indiana,
Yeah.
Yes.
Milwaukee,
Yes.
Atlanta,
Yes.
Yeah.
Orlando.
No.
No.
Orlando.
Unless
Wait,
you want to say
Paulo.
Paulo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all about
What
to-
you
y'all about to
mean?
piss me
Paulo?
off.
Duh.
If Paulo is a franchise player, how's Sagoon not a franchise player?
Let me finish. Brooklyn,
No.
No.
Toronto.
Shut up. Shut up.
No. Toronto.
Brooklyn
doesn't
don't got different. All right.
No,
man.
They don't. They
All right.
Brooklyn
Just
don't.
be late to the party. again.
Toronto,
I can
Toronto
live with
doesn't
that.
have one.
No.
New
sorry.
York.
No.
No.
Dave Brunson have franchise?
New York.
He's
No,
a-
I wouldn't
no.
say franchise.
Okay, Miami,
Yes.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Garland is
This
not a
is
franchise
fucking
player.
crazy, dog.
No,
Garland is
Donovan
not-
Mitchell is
Donovan
the
Mitchell
franchise.
Okay,
had
Donovan Mitchell, my bad. Garland, Donovan Mitchell.
What are we
Wildin'.
doing?
No, no.
Cleveland, yes. Count Cleveland,
wait,
yes.
wait.
Jimmy Butler is a
Was
franchise.
Mitchell not
player.
first team All
because
NBA?
He
he
was.
averaged
No,
27
he was.
points per game?
He was first.
He was first team. Mitchell was first team All NBA. You say he's not
All
a
right,
franchise
No,
player?
don't ignore that. I don't
Okay,
know.
all right,
That
next.
was
that?
bad.
Cleveland, yes. Cleveland,
All right.
yes.
That was
No,
bad.
no.
No, that was bad.
No.
That was bad.
Shut
No.
up. Cleveland, yes.
No.
You're wrong.
No.
You're just
Your
simply
pride
wrong.
taking
That
over.
is bad.
Relax.
No.
Relax. You're
No.
crazy.
You're
No.
wild.
All right, Chicago,
Franchise player?
Chicago.
No.
No.
Washington,
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing. No, hell no.
But you want me to take them serious?
Hell no, hell no.
Come on now.
Charlotte,
Hell.
Yeah.
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 Hup.
I think.
LaMelo,
LaMelo?
I don't want to say my thoughts on LaMelo. It's too
Okay.
early. So I ain't gonna
So-
say it.
What's a franchise player to y'all?
Wait, man. If
Can I finish? Can I
Never
finish?
mind, never mind.
Let me
I'll
finish.
say
Let me
Don't
finish. Charlotte, yes. All right.
Yes.
Mhm.
Majority, yes. All right. Detroit,
No.
Yes.
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 You haven't
Dude.
seen enough.
Kane.
8 games. 8 games.
he's
more
played
than
a
just
whole
a
season.
season.
Come
Oh,
on,
he
man.
missed all last season. He was
the number
ass.
They
one
played the year
overall
before
pick.
that.
Markel was as well.
Mark Hill.
To
But-
the Sixers, who already
okay.
had Joel Embiid and Ben
Yes.
Simmons.
Okay.
Yes, it's
Cade
yes,
is
it's
the,
yes.
the
Denver,
Pistons franchise guy.
Yeah.
Denver, of
Denver,
course.
yes.
Denver, yes.
Dallas,
Yes.
Yes.
Minnesota,
Yes.
Golden State,
Yes.
Yes.
Thunder,
Yes.
Yes.
Houston.
No.
Not
Yes.
yet.
All right, actually, let's
We
not count
don't
that.
know.
Yes.
Wait, I'm not counting that yet. Don't count that yet.
Okay.
Phoenix,
Yes.
Yes.
New Orleans,
Yes.
Sacramento.
New
Come on,
Orleans
come on,
gets
come
a little
on
murky.
now.
No,
Yes.
New Orleans gets a little murky
It's a
because
yes.
he does
It's
not
a
play.
yes. It's a yes.
New Orleans,
If he
shut up.
plays, Yes.
It's a
Yeah.
yes. It's
Okay,
Zion.
Yeah, different for everybody.
Zion could average 25, 26 when he's fully healthy.
Is the
He
points
could
that
do
all that matters to you people?
All right, keep going.
I mean, they got Brandon.
No, I
Ingram.
mean if it was, Cam Thomas would be.
All right, next
Minutes.
Sacramento. Yes, right.
Yes.
Clippers.
No.
Sacramento
Sacramento
Franchise
does. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
You're crazy.
It's on the line. It's on the line.
De'Aaron Fox is not a
Sabonis is on the
franchise
line.
Out of left hand. I don't know.
Y'all, these niggas.
All right.
What's the next one?
Wait. When I think franchise player, here's what here.
Okay, we can't
See,
finish.
see what I'm saying?
Can't finish.
No, wait. Here's what goes to my mind.
Let Caleb
So
finish.
De'Aaron
You said
Fox-
Clippers,
no,
but
De'Aaron
we don't talk
Fox.
about this.
It's
Caleb
because
finish
I don't
first.
know if he's gonna be a number one guy on a championship team.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not.
I don't
okay.
That's not a franchise player.
Yes, it is.
That's
That's what
not
it
a
is to me.
franchise
Yes, it
player.
is.
Okay, so
That's
Clippers-
unrealistic. The
Let me
Clippers-
finish. Let me finish.
Clippers was next.
Clippers.
Yes.
Okay.
San Antonio.
Yes.
Yes.
Lakers.
Wait, so we can
Yes.
say yes to Vic, but we can't say yes to K.
You gonna catch me?
Let me
No, this is crazy.
Let me
What was the
finish.
team before the Spurs?
Clippers.
Yeah.
Come on, Jalen.
Paul George is a franchise player.
Yes, he has multiple right there. All right, Lakers, yes, right. San Antonio, yes. Lakers, yes. Portland.
I'll say San Antonio. No.
Portland?
No, not yet.
Fuck
Not
no.
yet.
We can't say yes because we don't know. We
No,
don't know.
that one we know. That's bad right now. That's bad.
Utah,
No.
no.
Even though
it's not.
Brandon would
Who's
say
on the
yes.
roster?
Brandon is the best player.
Walker
you know.
Kessler.
Walker Kessler?
That's
Team
not
USA.
franchise.
FIBA
Laurie
League.
Marketing. I mean,
No.
See,
No.
Brandon would say yes.
You
'cause of
question
Lord.
it.
I
That's
think we
so-
have different definitions of franchise.
Okay.
players.
I don't think he's a
Memphis.
franchise
Last
player.
one, Memphis.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah,
when
we think
Ja-
they do.
All right.
When he's on the court,
many
let
teams-
me-
Can I tell
Wait,
you?
wait. Stop. Hold on.
22.
22 teams. 22 teams have franchise players.
Yes.
And you saying Sengun is not a franchise
I think the
player.
Rockets
No.
potentially have two.
The fuck?
I don't think they've shown that they're franchise yet. I think Sengun is on the path to
To
being
me,
a franchise
okay,
player this
I'm
year.
gonna say this. I'm gonna say mine. To me, a franchise player is a player who you can potentially build around where they actually show they could do. Well, when they're on the court, the team does way better.
No,
as
I
the
was,
main
I was
player.
I
wildin'.
think Sengun
That's
is like
50 niggas.
I think he's
I
like
was-
right.
I was-
on-
I was
It's not.
wildin'.
It's
I
not.
think Sengun is like right on the
Nah,
line, and like
De'Aaron-
CT said, he's
De'Aaron
got
my
the
fault.
Definition of franchise
De'Aaron-
player.
yeah.
If they're like the first or sometimes the second option, depending on the team, of course. First, second option on the team, and they make the playoffs. And you're like, not. I mean, the play-in
I
kind of
think-
fucked it up a little bit, but you
I
gotta make
mean,
the playoffs.
Cade is a
Because with
Cade's
the logic y'all
franchise player.
saying, if you
Yeah.
saying
No, I don't know
they
why
say,
he said that.
they saying championship teams, that means team.
No, I was
never a
wild.
franchise player.
I was wilding with De'Aaron Fox. I was wilding.
They
I
talking
admit.
about can he be number one option on a championship team? I mean, if that's the criteria, then there's like six.
But I mean,
Well, that
De'Aaron-
doesn't mean you
De'Aaron
have to win
Fox.
a championship.
You said
But I mean,
I just
De'Aaron
think-
Fox.
Then
been a
y'all
fran-
saying T-Mac
No,
not
I
a
think we
franchise
should
player
push.
then?
I think we
I
should
didn't
push.
say
Based
that.
on your criteria.
I
No,
think
he's
we
saying
should-
if you're saying
I think we
championship
should
team.
push
What's your
beyond
criteria?
I'm gonna let
playoff
it get to me
and
first.
just
Oh,
go
okay.
to contending. I think we should push beyond playoff team and just say contending team.
No.
Okay.
I think if
No,
you
'cause
can
the-
realistically, not that they're actually on a contending team, but if you can envision
The player
this player
themselves.
being the head of a
Right.
contending team.
Right.
So that's why I think De'Aaron Fox is probably at the bar because
Or
he was
Kobe.
He's at
he was the
bar?
head of
They
that.
just made the third
That's why I said
seed.
he's on the bar.
But
I
like,
admit it. I was wrong when I initially
this,
said that.
but thing is, this
No, you
third seed, that's the first year made the playoffs since like 05, right?
and he
Yeah.
was the head of the
But
snake.
my
that-
thing is, he's been a franchise player on that team since like for like 5-6 years.
That's
now.
where
No,
you
you
that's-
can't be serious.
that's-
You can't be serious.
that wasn't a
You're
real
wrong.
team.
You can't
I'm
be
at
serious.
four.
They about to
years.
trade that nigga.
No, you can't be serious. You
That
can't
wasn't
be
a real
serious.
team.
That
few years
doesn't mean
ago.
you can't be a
That
franchise
team was unserious.
But-
But we still recognize.
but he
he's a
was-
You see
franchise
Tyrese
player.
just get traded.
The franchise
But he
ain't think he
was
was a
damn-
franchise player. How the fuck I'm gonna think it? They about to trade him.
But he
And
was
then
damn
Tyrese
They
got
traded
traded.
Mac. They traded Halliburton, man.
who
Who we consider a franchise player, right?
But he wasn't that at the time, which
But-
is why they traded him.
But
No,
but
because
he
the team
but
was doo doo, and they needed an actual.
Because they
Like,
didn't have a franchise player.
they needed a big man to help Fox.
Thank you,
But-
JG.
but-
They drafted Marvin Bagley.
He was supposed
but
to
I'm
franchise.
saying like they was De'Aaron Fox was damn near untouchable since like 2019, 2019.
Yeah, he's that guy.
He
Damn
was.
near untouchable.
And wasn't even
Remember the
rumored he
Lakers
was
had
get
a chance
traded.
to draft him.
Cousins
So
didn't
it's
trade
like-
him.
Boogie was a franchise player at one point too, right?
Yeah,
He was
for
a
sure.
They was some ass.
Correct.
So what this? Okay. Point is though.
So wait, so
No, I
continue,
said
continue.
no. I said
I like
a
your
player
logic.
that
Keep
you
going
can
here.
You keep going.
a
Keep
player
going
that
here.
you
You're
can
almost there.
envision building a contending team around.
My
You
po-
could have seen DeMarcus Cousins being built
Yes.
around at
Yeah,
the time.
for
He
sure.
was in Sacramento. They weren't going to win, but he was definitely a franchise player.
That's what I'm saying. I think Sengun could be definitely a franchise player for Houston.
There
He's
you go.
that good.
I think he's on
agree.
the trajectory, but I don't know if he's.
I don't know what they're talking about.
We did all that just to convince
I don't
him,
know
and he's
what
still
they're-
on.
Oh, it's him? Oh, I thought-
he's still
never
on the
mind.
Green.
It's just this nigga. I don't know what he's
Oh,
talking
okay.
about.
No.
I
nigga,
said
no.
Sengun
Why?
and Jalen
Why
Green
not?
could be
I
franchise
don't see
guys.
it, man. I don't see it.
Based off what?
The play I've been seeing him.
From Sengun?
From Sengun?
I don't think he's a franchise. He's a great player. He'd be an all-star. He
I
could
don't
be,
think
at
this
best,
I think he's
team,
like Jokic, like
I don't think this team is at their best if he's the best player.
like
There
a,
you go.
like a lesser version.
Thank you.
And as the roster is
Right
currently
now,
constructed,
yes.
and y'all gonna hate me for it, but this team needs Jalen Green to step up and be the 25-point per game scorer. That doesn't mean that he's a better.
I don't think
they
I
need
don't
that
think
either.
anybody's
I
gonna
don't
hit
think
you
they
for
need
that
that
tape.
either.
He'll need to be 25.
do.
He doesn't.
I
They
think
do.
Jalen Green's
He
closer
has
to franchise
players
player
around
than
him now
Sengun.
to
Exactly.
take that
That's
load
what
off.
No, Jalen
Like
Green is
Dylan
closer.
Brooks
to,
averaged
Jalen Green is
17
closer
over the
to-
past 3 years.
What have you
What he can
seen?
do? What he can do?
No,
have you
Jalen
seen?
Green is closer to face of the franchise than he is the franchise player.
Why?
Huh?
Why is that?
All right,
He's the
yeah, we
face
wrap
of
it up.
that
Let's
team.
wrap it
We're
up.
no longer basing on production. What are we basing this off? The straight
Ticket
war?
sales.
Because if we base on production, there's no way you tell me Jalen Green has a better chance than Sengun.
Better
I don't know
chance.
why he said that.
No, I'm talking about just skill set.
Fucking skill set. Do you
The
actually
skills,
help the team
no,
win?
no, that's
Are
a
you
good
producing?
point. The
Bro,
skill
what's
set,
the team winning?
the skill skill set that Jalen Green possesses, that he's supposed to display, if he reaches the full capabilities, he should be the number one player on that team.
And Sengun is actually displaying his skill set.
And
He's
the-
averaging 18, 8, and 6.
Is he
And you
best
see
player
the
on team?
ceiling of the team.
Huh?
Is he
And you
best-
see the ceiling of the team with him as the best
This
player.
is the best they looked in years. They're 4-3 to start the season.
But that's the
But
but
they're
that's
still
the
not gonna
point.
make the play
So
with
ima-
that shit.
so
How
ima-
do you know that?
Do you think they're gonna make the play with
so
that shit?
so CT saying
That's
ima-
10
so
seasons.
Do
Ain't
you
gonna
think
lie.
they're gonna make the
hold on. So JG,
Yeah, why not?
JG. So basically,
Why
look
not?
at this team right now, and then imagine if Jalen Green reaches his ceiling.
I'm imagining Fred VanVleet's off the roster. I think that raises it more than Jalen Green hitting the ceiling.
Hold on, let's not deflect and answer his question.
What was the question? Let me hear it again.
Say it one more time. For
Let me
him.
hear it one more time.
So if we're at where we are right now with
Mm.
Sengun playing the best ball he is, imagine where they would be if Jalen Green hit his ceiling.
Can I say the same logic for Sengun? You think Sengun has hit a ceiling? Has he not improved every season?
How much better do you think he's gonna get?
That's the question.
Because I don't think he's getting much better than what he is now.
I don't either.
You want me to give stat
I just,
predictions?
I'm asking. Sure, whatever
What
you
you think
need.
is his best?
Okay,
just
I'm
Once
say
Fred
this.
VanVleet's the fuck off the roster,
Can I say this?
I
Can
think he
say
can
this?
average 22,
Okay.
10,
Uh huh.
and 8.
Go ahead, Caleb.
Okay, and I think once Fred
Wow.
VanVleet is off the roster, Jalen
Wow.
Green should
Should.
average 26
Okay,
That's a
I say this.
8-point lead
Can I say this? I think
from
I-
this year.
from
Last
every year ever.
What did he average last year, buddy?
Like 19.
No, he averaged 20.
yeah, it was
On
20.
what efficiency?
Ah.
Go ahead, Caleb.
All right, all right.
They've been
Before-
efficient
before we-
since day one, man. We're not about that shit, man.
Before we wrap it up, I just want to say this. I think Jalen Green should be the leader scorer on that team, but I
Man.
think
He's
the,
just not built
ga-
like
the
that.
the play and ball in the game should go through Sengun.
I agree with that for now,
'Cause he's the
but
best
I think
playmaker,
And I
the most
think,
efficient scorer.
I think
best
we
rebounder.
agree with you on that point, Caleb. But
and
I think
but I also think Sengun being the best player on that team, their levels could reach high. If Jalen Green's ceiling's higher, we understand that. We know that.
Yeah, of course.
We
You just
know
picked
that.
that number.
you
So
see
if,
him as a
if, if,
two-way player,
if, if
CT?
he reaches that
you see
ceiling,
JG being a two-way player.
if he reaches
no.
if he reaches that ceiling with Sengun still being the player that he is, they'll be amazing. Not amazing. I'm just they'd be really, really good. They'd be really good. But like, based on what his played the past couple of years, like we don't know if you can reach that anytime soon.
Who?
So I feel like right now it's best for Sengun to play the best he is. But I think with Sengun playing the best he is, and Jalen Green playing averaging like about 23 to 25, even though that's not his ceiling. Like,
These next 2 weeks, y'all gonna see something.
and like I think
Okay.
Sengun will still be seen as a franchise player.
So how come Sabonis isn't the franchise player in Sacramento?
He is.
He is.
I
He
said he
is.
is.
He is.
I said him and Fox are both
They
franchise
are.
players. They are.
No. He's saying the guy. Like Sabonis being the guy.
Because he didn't
You could have multiple.
He said
franchise
De'Aaron
players.
Fox. He never said Sabonis.
The
You go-
Lakers have multiple franchise
I'm about to say,
players.
you got multiple
I didn't say you
franchise
can't have two, but no one said Sabonis when we talked about the Kings.
I mean,
I-
because Fox was just
I
so
definitely
obvious
just
for
told
you
you
to say
they
no.
got Halliburton the fuck
If
out of
they
there,
have
who's a
two-
franchise player,
We
for
talked about
Sabonis, who's a franchise player.
You didn't say that at the
Wait,
time.
wait,
You said he got
you
Sabonis.
did.
You said he got a big man.
But you
said he
just
got a
said
franchise
no.
player.
Man, they got an all-star. I had to tell you what it is.
An all-star not a franchise player.
It
All
can
NBA
be.
player.
He's an All NBA player.
Okay.
Wait, is the All Star always a franchise?
That's why I
No.
saw NBA. That's
He's
why I
the
said
All
all
NBA.
NBA.
He's changed. He's changed.
No,
Criteria
no,
was about
you're not. So you're about to
February.
stick out.
So Caleb,
I'm
you're
about to
saying
say,
that
D'Lo was an
Sabonis is a
all-star.
franchise player.
He's a what?
Sabonis is a franchise player.
Yes.
You think Sabonis can be a top two player on a team that makes it to the conference finals?
Yes.
Yes, the top two.
Man,
Yes.
they could have made the conference
They could
finals
have made it
last
last
year.
year.
Yes. They could have made it last year.
If you said the
If
top
they
guy,
beat
I'd
Golden
be with
State,
you.
it's
The
a
top
chance
two,
they
I
could
think he
beat.
could beat
Who
top
they
two.
play? Lakers.
Yeah,
It's a chance they could beat the Lakers. It's a chance.
I didn't think so at all. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie to you.
You think
All
you
right,
had a chance as the third seed?
A chance.
All right, someone
Okay.
wrap the show up.
All right.
Okay.
Miles
This has been a
Sanders.
very back and forth episode with a lot of overreactions for the What's the Play crew. But we appreciate you guys watching. Once again, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. This has been the What's the Play podcast from What's the Play Productions. Be sure to stay tuned for the next play.